Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin. This is the 3rd Division District 2 candidate for the Court of Appeals. Only one of the candidates has decided to come today. Gentleman is Mr. Paul Henderson, correct? And first of all, the rules are the same. We'll make a 2-minute opening statement, then I'll propose 2 questions. You may begin.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here and to get you to have a chance to find out a little bit more about me. I am running in the 3rd Appellate District. It's Division 2, and there are 2 divisions, so you get to vote for either Debbie or Judge Caperton, and in my division, me or the other candidate, to be named later. I am a graduate of Center College in math and chemistry, UK graduate in the top 20% of my class. I've practiced law for 36 years. I practiced in such a wide variety of types of cases, from injury and death cases. I was a probate matters criminal. I was an assistant Commonwealth attorney for 2 years. I was assistant county attorney for 2.5 years. I've done criminal defense. I've done a wide variety of the types of cases that go to the Court of Appeals. And having that background, seeing those cases from the trial court level, it's crucial to really being able to decide the appeal correctly. From a personal background, I was involved in the formation of and served on the board of the AIM Pregnancy Support Center in Somerset. I served on the Somerset School Board for 10 years, 4 as chairman. I served on the Appalachian Research and Defense Fund board, which provides legal services to poor individuals in Kentucky. I've been an elder and in the choir in church. And I think that the values that I have are the values that you have.
Thank you. First question I have for you is, what is the one thing about the current office of Court of Appeals judge that you would like to improve? And if you see something up there you would like to maintain, what is the thing that you find that is working well?
Well, I was struck with Debbie Lambert's answers because they were the same things I was going to say about that. And number one is timeliness. When you file a Court of Appeals brief, it takes some time for the record to be presented to the court, and that could be several months. And then there's several months involved in the briefs being filed. Generally speaking, there's not even an oral argument. These appeals end up taking 1.5 years on a regular basis, and I think it could be done better. That's the number one thing about I would like to see improved. There is one thing, and that's I think working a little bit better anyway, is that custody cases have been carved out and they get a little more priority, so they don't take quite as long as other cases.
And question number 2. Legislation in Kentucky has recently made it easier for criminal defendants to make bond. How do you feel about this change?
Well, I've told you already, I've been a prosecutor, but I believe deeply in the presumption of innocence. And so when a person's arrested, they're not presumed guilty yet. And they're never presumed guilty until the jury comes in at the end. So I believe that bond should be available. And the fact that it's been made easier doesn't keep the judge who's setting the bond from taking into account whether the person is a flight risk or a danger to themselves or others. So I'm in favor of what happened.
You got maybe like a minute. Anything else you want to say?
Well, the only other thing I would add is that I will promise you that I will work hard, and I will study each of these cases, and I will do the best I can do to make sure these cases move on faster. And I was a state employee before I went to law school for about 9 months, and I did that in that job, I can tell you that. That went from always being backlogged by about 3 months when I was working there to getting them up to date. And I would do that on the Court of Appeals.